Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Off the option, it's Jones. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in.
Under pressure, they got it again.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back to throw now on first down. Sanders shaking and baking. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime...
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
It's taken just shy of the 10.
Turn as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Sanders. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. On play action, they'll throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope. Hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give him good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby.